Welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel in partnership with sharpbetting.co.uk. It's me, Niall, just here giving a quick reaction to what we've just seen from the Ariake Arena in Tokyo, Japan, as Tenshin Nakasawa has gone 6-0, maintained his perfect record by beating the former world champion Jason Maloney over 10 rounds in the bantamweight division. Of course, leaving himself now on the verge of some big fights with his fellow countrymen. Before we get into today's video, please don't forget, we'd really appreciate it if you could hit like on this video if you enjoy our content, subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow us on all social media. So yeah, let's jump into today's reaction. As I say, Tenshin Nasukawa, unanimous decision victor over Jason Maloney, the former world champion, in just his sixth professional fight. It was a big step up for Nasukawa in this one. Only five pro fights before this, of course, an illustrious career in kickboxing and MMA before this. We know what Tenshin was kind of most known for amongst a more kind of global audience was that absolute farce against Floyd Mayweather, but he proved himself a serious fighter in kickboxing, and now in boxing he's produced what I think was the best I've ever seen him look in a pro boxing ring. It really was. I think most people would agree with that it was the best he's looked so far. I think it was such a clean, mature, accomplished, excellent performance from Tenjin. Maloney was seen as a big step up. He started well, Maloney up close, doing what we expected him to do, pressing the pace, asserting his kind of size and his physicality, and he did get the better of the exchanges up close early on. But when Tension kind of found his range, when Tension kept the fight at distance, it was a bit of a masterclass, to be honest with you. It was a bit of a counterpunch, a masterclass from the Japanese fighter, with his hand speed and his footwork. His footwork was the best we've ever seen. It's so slick, so clean, excellent lateral movement and spiteful counterpunching at range. Both the head and body, the body shots were spiteful. And yeah, he just picked Jason Maloney off coming in. And then even when Jason Maloney did have his best success up close in that sixth round in particular, where he really picked up the pace and really put his forehead on top of tensions and dug away and, tried to assert that size and of course his power. Big puncher at bantamweight Maloney. Tension fought like he was trying to prove a point. Didn't look hurt, got tagged, but didn't look hurt and didn't hold on. He stood there trying to prove his kind of machismo, and he gave a good account of himself. He held his own up close too. We seen him smiling and kind of taunting a little bit, and yeah, I thought he really proved a lot about his durability in that one too. When he's not having it all his own way, that he can take a big shot. He does have a chin on him, and he can kind of dig in and have that phone booth fight when it's necessary against a world level fighter like Jason Maloney. So that will absolutely stand him in good stead. But as I say, when he got back on his feet, he was such a clean boxing and move and counter punching clinic from the Japanese fighter. Really was. And yeah, he prevailed on the judges' scorecards by unanimous decision over 10 rounds. He's only 6-0 now, Tension, and the question is, what's next? The the question will be, what will this kind of set Tension up for? And it has to be big fights. Of course, the bantamweight division is ruled by the Japanese fighters. Every four different world title holders, and they're all Japanese. You've got Nishida, Yoshiki Takai, and of course the absolutely phenomenal Junto Nakatani, who fights now in the main event of that same card that we've just seen Tenshin Nasukawa fight on. So, yeah, I think, to be honest with you, I think Tenshin Nasukawa will probably fight for a world title next, and I think it will be against the WBO champion Nishiki Takai. Huge fight, really is. Takai unbeaten as well so far. You've got, I think, Tenshin Nasukawa from the performance we've just seen. I think Tenshin Nasukawa, if he fights like that, would be too kind of sharp, too quick, and too clean for Yoshiki Takai. Of course, you've got Seiya Satsumi, the WBA champion as well, which is another option who fought to a draw on this card against Daigo Higa. in a phenomenal fight. And I think, again, if Tenshin fights like that, I think Sutsumi, style wise, with his kind of aggression, similar to Maloney, his swarm and aggressive style, could be a bit tailor made for Tenshin, to be honest with you. I really do. So I think Tenshin Nasukawa matches up favourably against at least two of the world champions at 118 pounds. I really do. I don't see there's any reason why you can't fight for one of those titles next. If not, there's the likes of a Takuma Inoue fight that I think, if it's not a world title fight, I think that's a fight that really makes sense. Tension against Takuma Inoue. Of course, Inoue lost his world title back in October against Tsutsumi. Still a world class fighter. Will still give Tension a lot of problems. Could give him a lot more problems than Maloney did even. So if it's not for a belt against either Sutsumi, Nishida, Takai, Junto Nakatani, even the likes of it Takuma anyway, I think makes a lot of sense. So hopefully we get to see those fights next. It's interesting now, Tension, he's only 6-0. But he's had an illustrious career, as I say, in different combat sports, and he does hold a high ranking now with a lot of the governing bodies. So he has left himself on the verge of some huge fights at 118 pounds. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what's next for Tension following an absolutely fantastic performance. I don't think there's any other word for it against the former world champion Jason Maloney in what was a big step up and only a sixth professional fight, but he's prevailed over 10 rounds at the Ariake Arena in Tokyo, Japan, by unanimous decision to remain undefeated. And yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. What did you make of that performance? As I say, I thought it was Tenshin's best of his career so far in boxing. I really do. Compared to his debut fight, his first couple of pro fights, he looks like a completely different fighter already. He looks so much more accomplished and refined than he did early in his career. So yeah, let us know what you think. What did you make of that performance? Were you impressed with Tenshin, and how do you see him getting on in possible world title fights against his countrymen at 118 pounds, or a possible fight with Takuma anyway? Let us know what you think. Get involved down below. As always, we'd really appreciate it if you could like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel at ESBR Boxing, follow us on all social media, and yeah, until next time, take care.